Hello, lovelies. We are at the final month of 2020. I'm pretty stoked to be here. It's been quite an interesting 2020, a very reflective year. We've been tested a lot when it comes to patience, perspectives, changing the people in our lives that we don't need in there anymore, or who might be pulling our energy in ways that aren't conducive to our future and our desires. I haven't really been focusing on love. It's really been about the personal self. At the end of 2019, I talked a lot about how 2020 was going to be a year of change. Oh boy, was it. And that's really what the whole year just focused on, was the self and how you could get yourself in a better position. As we move forward into 2021, I will be looking at love more. I am going to be looking at love today as well, but I also want to just do a final kind of reflection of really where we've come through the 2020 regarding, your passions, your calling, where you're going, what you can do to be more aware of the wisdom in those lessons that you learned and how you can apply them to 2020. I want to see what piece of advice there is for when you're discouraged, rather than going backwards and regressing towards how 2020 or 2019 was. What are you going to use from all of that towards 2021 to be more constructive, to get more of what you want, to get more of where you're closer to where you're going, where you want to go. And we're going to see what type of what you're going to be pursuing, okay, in 2021. As far as love, I am going to look at that as well. We're going to see kind of what for those of you finding and keeping love, that's really what we're looking at, right? I want to see what that love's going to look like. I want to take a look at what, will the attraction be instant? Will the person be like? And just some basic questions on what to expect, okay? So that's what we're going to focus on in this particular reading as we get into 2021. I'm very excited. We have had a very interesting couple retrogrades. The first one in 2020 was rough. That one was really, really tough for a lot of people, including myself. This one that we've had in the latter part of the year, in November, that one was a very helpful retrograde. I hope a lot of you felt that. It brought a lot of those reflection points forward and helped bring in some positive motivational energy from the heart. I'm using those emotions a little bit, and also with that Scorpio energy, and with the Libra energy, we've got balance coming together that we can bring into 2021. Okay, so let's take a look and see how things are looking for you. And if you have any questions, let me know. All right, guys, I have a couple sales going on. Okay, my rates are still 50% off through the end of the year. If you are interested in a Reiki session, they're all on sale right now. Normally they are $40, and that's for half an hour or to clear whatever chakras are blocked, but I'm doing them for $25. Okay, the assessment is free. It's down below. We can see what at least is blocked, so you have an idea. Just do it. It's free. You might as well. In addition to that, if you're looking to just kind of get a reset, if you're not feeling 100% just solid on where you're at, I do have a soul manifestation journal. I developed this myself when I was in that exact position. I did this so that it was a hands-on, interactive kind of guide to get the mind going, to get that soul connected, to get thoughts and ideas kind of flowing, and just to help you get back in that direction that you feel connected and solid and secure and confident with where you're going. Those are on sale. They're $15. That's it. They're normally $30, but I just want to be able to help as many people as possible. It allows me to keep printing them, so it's really not a lot of profit for me, but it's something huge for you, and I just want to be able to help and heal. That information is down below. You can go to Heal to Manifest. That's heal, the number 2, manifest.com, and get all that information. You can schedule and book appointments, get your assessment. Everything's there, or down in the description box below. Okay, guys, so enough said. Let's take a look at how your life and love is going, all right? Hey, Cancers, let's take a look and see how December 2020 is looking for you. We're going to take a peek at love as well and see kind of what's in store. All right. So first of all, what areas of adventure or just focus in general is coming to your attention this month? Let's take a look. Considering all of the patient's perspective changes and all this going on, it's been pretty testy here, especially with love. I'd say you are in that boat. We've got the 3 of Swords in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, and the 10 of Swords. So you are putting some things, to a cycle end when it comes to maybe bad relationships, one that just wasn't going the way that you wanted, something as a blessing in disguise took place, but a shift here for the better, okay? This isn't, I feel like you're kind of coming away from this heartache or away from this change, and you're feeling like you're ready for something new. You're ready for something better, something that's more satisfying, right? Okay. So I don't find this as necessarily a heartbreaking, although it is sad. But for you, I feel you're feeling like you got the better end of the stick on this one, or you will if you're not yet. That's what December is all about. It's you rising above the occasion and realizing that you're better off in in a different situation. So what is changing about this? This could be, career as well, but I'm definitely seeing, this is some kind of a relationship that means a very big deal to you. The Chariot in reverse. It looks like some of you may have missed an opportunity, or you are trying not to miss an opportunity, but you have to make a change to get it. That's been pretty much the trend of this past few months of 2020. And it's not skipping you in this either. So you are really kind of having to make a decision on, are you going to take an opportunity that's coming your way? In doing so, you have to leave all of that old stuff behind. Are you going to stay in that old energy? Are you going to take the opportunity? Are you going to miss it? It's just giving you that option. But it does force you to take responsibility for some of those changes and actually implement them before that will happen. So that's obviously something that some of you needed to hear, but that maybe you needed to know if there was a change that was going to be on the other end of this. Well, of course there is. The grass is always greener on the other side of difficulty, right? Strength is on the other side of that. Perseverance, understanding, clarity, and bigger and better, right? So for 2021, I'm not surprised to see that you're taking a pretty fierce reflection point right before the start of it, which is what everybody's really had to do lately. Okay, so as far as kind of what wisdom is coming from this, what are you learning? What about this is so important for you? It looks as though you've been in some manipulative relationships. You could have been the manipulator. You guys could have done it to each other. And I'm seeing that relationships to you mean a great deal to you, and you want them to be in a better position as opposed to just kind of all over the place or not in a satisfactory place. It's like you see the red flags, but you're ready to address them as opposed to letting them continue because you don't want to take those with you to 2021. You want those red flags, those issues. They're supposed to be there as a visual, for you to make that change, and it's important for you to do so. So don't ignore it. Okay, I definitely would not ignore it. I would not pretend. I wouldn't pretend like this isn't here. This is definitely here for you to. It's not an illusion. Don't ignore it. Deal with it so that you don't take that energy into 2021. I can't even believe I'm saying 2021. I mean, that's tripping me out, actually. So, toxic habits, manipulation, abuse of power, people who can't give you everything that you're worth, they don't reciprocate, they're just taking advantage of you, wasted, situations or people that are just wasting your time, whatever it is, you are gaining wisdom from those experiences so that you can apply them as you enter into the new year. Now, as far as what can you do to align your energy if you're feeling like, you need answers and you're not sure, you're not clear. Walk away from the situation long enough to find the answer, to find the breakthrough, to just kind of sit on that information for a little while. Don't rush yourself. Just look at it, evaluate it, see how it applies. Patience, guys. Patience. Patience is very hard for emotional people. I'm an emotional person. I'm a Capricorn. But the point is that you guys have enough in there that you have to take a moment to step back and look at it from a bigger perspective before you make a choice sometimes, because emotions can be very high and you don't want to make the wrong decision based on emotions. So I would consider taking that route if you get into a position where you're just unsure of what to do or how to feel. Walk away, take a moment to think about it, find your answers, resonate with that, make sure that it applies to your growth, to your new belief systems, whatever, makes you feel like you're connected and you're remaining connected to your true self and to your truth and to your higher path, and then you move on. Keep going. Now, this love life here, I just want to take a peek at kind of in general. It looks like you are certainly putting some things to rest, and going in a higher path here, but let's just confirm. You're also stepping up your game here. You're not settling for less than what you're worth. You're willing to wait and make this a very long-term, situation, long-term goal with this person that you're that you're going to be with. In order to do that, though, you have to put a rest to this old stuff and apply your energies kind of properly to what needs to be addressed. Okay, it could be finances, could be just the things that are going on in your own life, areas that maybe have lacked focus. You're putting your time into that. You're showing patience for the best deal possible. You don't want to settle for anything in between. Take this into consideration. Some of you will have some karmic relationships which may leave you feeling a bit isolated, but the point is that's there to help you find your truth, for you to to stand your ground, to find your opinion, to find that voice. Okay, and everything you go through in these in-between relationships is gaining knowledge, it's gaining experience, it's finding yourself, it's dealing with karmic debts or payoffs, or everything you experience and encounter has a little bit of a meaningful has meaning to it. And so you're taking that and applying it. You might even be realizing that there's certain features in certain people that you like, and then the person you end up being with has all of those features, but you're still developing your desires and your likes and what that looks like. So take your time. There's no rush here. All right. Just enjoy life as it's coming your way. Some of you, it might be just kind of flash flooding you and coming right at you out of nowhere. And you want to be able to take your time in that situation too. That way you're enjoying it, and it's not just like go, stress. So all of these experiences are helping you just kind of calm yourselves, calm your energies, enjoy the experiences that you're getting ready to have in the best way possible, okay? Now, I want to see what this person is going to look like in your life here. With the Strength. It came out in the reverse at first. One of the two of you could at first have a little bit of an ego-based center of perspective. In that case, because it's so exciting, because everything is kind of lusty, because it's just, it's going to be those first moments of excitement. Just be cautious, okay? Take things slow, be cautious, try not to get yourself into that kind of a mentality. And I would avoid mixing with that mentality as well, okay? Challenges, I think that will be it. Just not taking the first thing that comes your way, but allowing yourself to feel through some of these without making yourself feel bad. I mean, it's okay to date or to, go out there and play the field a little bit and see how you like things. I mean, to each is their own. But you only live once, and there's really no one here to judge you except for you, unless you allow someone else to judge you. If that person really feels that way, then you might not want them around you until they feel like they can love you without judging you. Unconditional love and compassion, okay? That's what this is all about. So don't judge yourself, don't judge others, get out there, have a good time, be safe, you can be very safe about it. Maybe there's just some things going on that nobody else understands, and this is all about following your own heart and your own truth. And everything that takes place for a reason. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. Why fight the grain? If that's where the energies are pushing you, don't fight it. There's a reason for it. All right, just be safe about it. Be wise. I would have good judgment. But sometimes things happen and we don't see the answers, or we don't see the reason why right off the bat, okay? All right, anything else you need to know about this? If you guys have any, questions about your personal situation, feel free to let me know. We can look at your, personal deal. This is a general reading, so we'll take what fits and leave the rest, you guys. Anything else that you need to know? The slow down of this communication between, what's been going on with you and a lover is getting ready to come to an end. You are getting ready to pick up the pace when it comes to stuff. So this is probably why you're being told to discern carefully. You might even have several people in this area, and it could be hard to discern which one to go with. So just make your choices wisely and reach out if you have any questions. Okay, guys? All right. Much love. Have a fantastic rest of 2020, and I'll see you in the new year. Bye, guys.